Greetings everyone. Welcome to Arth IAS. I am Amit Kumar. Dear aspirants, have you ever thought that why some aspirants can easily pass or easily qualify UPSC Prelims every year, whereas on the other hand, some aspirants are not able to qualify Prelims even though they have worked hard, they have read a lot, they have revised a lot, they have practiced a lot. The reason behind it is the exam hall mindset. In UPSC Prelims, UPSC checks your mindset, your ability to handle pressure. Are you able to manage those 2 hours? And such things makes difference between a failed candidate and a successful candidate. So in this video lecture, I will tell you what should be your example mindset in upcoming prelims 2026, because only 2 days are left. So without wasting your time, let's begin. So first, as you know that in each paper, right, for first paper is GS paper 1, 100 questions are there. So whether it is GS paper 1 or CSET, you can categorize these questions in 3 categories. Means some of question you know, right, right, and some questions you know partially. Partially means you are not sure about, 50-50 is there, right, or 60-40 is there. Partially no, right. For example, 3 options are there or 4 options are there, you are sure about 3 options or 2 options, right, and some questions you don't know at all, right. And every year there are some questions that even no aspirant know the answers. So mostly the fight between this category, that when you partially know the question, right, and here your ability is checked. So, and as I said earlier, that UPSC checks your mindset. So UPSC does not reward the most knowledgeable candidate. You have to note this thing, right. You are very knowledgeable. Even I know so many candidates that who are very knowledgeable, but unfortunately they are not able to handle pressure in the examination hall. So what is the way forward? It is, means UPSC rewards candidate who makes the fewest mistakes. You have to reduce your mistake, right. For example, you attempted 90 questions, just an example, and out of 90 you corrected only 40 questions. That makes a huge difference. But think about those candidates, right, who attempted only 60 or 70 questions, right, 70 questions, just imagine, right. So many candidates are there who attempt nearly 70, and in spite of that their accuracy is about 90%, right. Means they correct around 60 questions out of 70. There are 60 questions. So this makes huge difference. So you have to develop such kind of mindset. And how you will develop such kind of mindset, I will tell you. So next is the first thing, that especially new aspirants or the aspirants who are going to attempt first year, the mistake they do is they panic, right? And here you have to avoid, means never panic in the first 20 minutes, right? You got the question, you opened the question, and for example, your first page, there were 4 or 5 questions in the first page, and you don't know at all, even the one question, right. Even in the second question, second page, right, you turn the second page, right, and even in the second page you don't know any question. That makes you panic, and here you have to stop, because your first 20 minutes, mark my words, your first 20 minutes can make you or break you. In this paper, means in prelims, do not get emotional, be rational, right. Don't forget that only 2 pages are there, right. Remember, always remember that rest pages are left. So for example, in first and second pages, there were, in first page there were 5 questions, in second page even there were 5 questions. So you don't know the answer of 10 questions. Turn the pages quickly, because you have found that you are not able to answer those 10 questions, then turn the next, and it is 100% sure that you will be able to answer at least in the third page 2 to 3 questions, at least 2 questions. So forget about these 2 pages. Start from this third page, right? Page number 1, page number 2, and this is page number 3. So start from page number 3. As you know that each and every question carries equal marks. So why are you worrying about these first or second pages or these 10 questions? There are rest 90 questions. So don't panic in the first 20 minutes. Save your first 20 minutes. Be rational. Be patient. Right? And this should be continued. Right? Even in the means, if you don't know the question, just simply skip the question. Right? And focus on those questions you are 100% sure about, or at least 50% sure about. Next is, don't chase every question. Yes, in the previous section I have told you that don't get emotion and don't chase every question. No candidate, even the teachers who are teaching right for several years, even they are not able to answer 100 out of 100 questions. Even I am not able to answer 100 out of 100 questions. That is the harsh reality, right? But you have to qualify this examination, right? So don't chase every question. As I said, that for example, 3 types or 3 categories of question. First is you are 100% sure about. Second category is you are partially sure about, 50 percent or 60% sure about. And third is you don't know at all, right? So if you are not, or if you don't know this question, simply skip this question, right? Focus on those questions you are sure about. It will save your time, right? What happens that some aspirants, and it ruins their 1 year or even one attempt, or even in the next year, or if they repeat these things in another attempts, it also wastes another year. So don't panic, don't chase every question. Be cool and calm, be rational, right? Next is, this is very applicable, very good strategy, right? And as I know that mostly, even when I was an aspirant, right, I used to follow this 3 round formula, 3 round strategy, right? 3 round strategy. What is this 3 round strategy? It means categorize the question. Means you don't have time to categorize, but simply just you have to mark the question. Just what I used to do, that when I was appearing, right, if I knew the question, I simply tick it, right, with tick mark, right? If I was 50-50 sure, right, I used to make a parallel line over the question. For example, this is question number 1, right? If you are sure about this question, then tick it, right? Question number 2, right, you are 50-50 sure, then make a parallel line, right, so that you can identify that question easily. Or you can give any other symbol, you can make a star or whatever, but parallel line, it saves your time, because in the examination hall, even a single second is important. So it is very easy to draw 2 parallel lines, right? And third, for example, third question, you don't know this question, so you simply cross it, or you can circle it. So within fraction of second, you have categorized the questions. You are 100% sure, 50-50, or you are unaware, you don't know the answer. It will save your time. And in the first round, go for or choose those questions you are 100% sure about, right? In the second round, this is the first round, right? In the first round, choose only those questions you are 100% sure about. In the second round, right, choose only the questions you are partially sure about, 50-50 or 60-40 or 40-60, right? And take a calculated risk. and third round, right, where you don't know the answer. So pick those questions, but here be very careful. Take very calculated risk and avoid any kind of emotional guessing or wild guessing. Right? So follow this 3 round strategy. And most of the toppers follow this 3 round strategy. Next. Yes, this is again very important. Control the FOMO, fear of missing out. What is this fear of missing out? So generally what happens that I have seen that so many aspirants while writing the exam, they see their fellow aspirants, right? And you don't know their speed or their mentality. If someone is turning the page very rapidly, you got panic, right? And it will destroy your time, right? You will lose your calm. So avoid such things. Do not see other aspirants. Those aspirants are not your competitors, right? Compete with yourself, especially if you are attempting second time, third time, or fourth time. So save your time, right? And forget about those aspirants. Just remember that you are alone in that examination. Don't see your left, right, front, or behind, right? Even don't ask or look at the teachers. 100% focus on the paper, right? It will save your attempt, save your 1 year, or you save your result. So control this psychological aspect, that is fear of missing out. Don't think that going to miss I am going to miss something, right? That is his or her speed. Next, right? Never let one difficult question damage 10 easy ones. Yes, as I said, don't become emotional fool, right? Be rational, right? Kill your ego, choose your intelligence, right? So what happens that due to ego, some aspirants, for example, I have seen or I know aspirants that their favorite topic is politics, or for example, some have EVS, some have science technology, or some have history, right? They're even their optional or their favorite topic or favorite subject. What happens that any question, whenever they see from this or their favorite topic, favorite area, they become emotional, and even though they don't know or the answer, right, they stuck to that answer, and this or such things damage your time. It kills your time. So avoid such things, right? As I said earlier, that each and every question carries equal marks. So why to become emotional? If you don't know, for example, 10 number question, it is related to history, and history is your favorite subject, right? And you become emotional that no, I will answer this question, and the question is very tough. Even the teachers have to think for minutes to answer this question, and you are wasting your time. So it will kill your 1 year, one attempt. So avoid such things, right? So instead of tackling one tough question, go skip this tough question, right? Keep it for the last time, right? As I said, and here marking will help you. And as I said, that tick for 100% sure question, parallel for 50-50%, right? You are sure about, and cross or circle for the question you don't know. This marking procedure will help you, right? Next, the power of emotional neutrality. So, as I said, emotional neutrality means one question, right? One tough question can kill your 10 easy questions, because, as I said, sometimes you take it on your ego, and as you know, ego always kills. Right? So kill your ego before it kill you. Right? So choose 10 questions over one tough question. Because UPSC or the GS paper 1 is not sectional examination. Right? Means overall the marking is same. Your UPSC does not ask you that you have to answer 10 out of 10 history question. Right? So in overall the cutoff is declared and you have to qualify that cutoff. Simple. So maintain your emotional neutrality. Be rational. Next is, this is very important, and here when you study, when you prepare for UPSC CSC, right, you start thinking like a future civil servant. So yeah, here you have to act like a future civil servant. And what are the qualities or good qualities of a civil servant? First, the he remains calm, right? So you have to follow that. Be cool and calm in the exam hall. Second, take decision with limited information, right? Even you have limited information, in spite of that you have to take decision. When you will become IAS, IPS or whatever any other civil servant, right? So you will have to take decision. In spite of that, you don't have sufficient information. So here, such type of mentality will help you in those questions you are not sure about. As I said, that you are 50-50 sure, right? Or 60-40 sure, or 40-60 sure. It means what? You have limited information and you have to take decision. And here you will have to take calculated risk. Next, avoid emotional reaction, right? So emotional. UPSC demands rational, not emotional, right? Thinks rational. Obviously, a civil servant thinks rationally. So you have to apply these criteria in the exam hall. First, the first important thing is remain calm, right? Do not panic. Do not follow other aspirants, right? Do not have fear of missing out. Next, so finally on the exam hall, on the final day, right, in the exam hall. So here, trust your preparation first, right? Trust your preparation, trust your revision, trust your strategy, and most important thing, that trust yourself, right? This is very important. Clear? So because you have read a lot, you have revised a lot, you have practiced a lot, so trust yourself and it will help you to qualify this examination. And finally, my best wishes to you. All the very best for upcoming prelims 2026. Thank you.